Hey, what's up? Chris from Shown Roofing. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. Today we're going to show how to measure for eavestrough. The building we are going to look at, there is a section on the back that has no trough. The investor bought the property a few years ago. It is a rental, and he's worried about ice forming during the winter and having areas where people can fall and slip, and then that's never good for a tenant-landlord relationship. So we call this out. We're going to check it out. We'll show you how to measure an area for best drainage so that the water won't drain back towards the walking area. All right, let's get it. All right, just got off the phone with the building owner, and he wants us to do both sides of this back addition. You can see no trough down this side, and if I can get the ground in. So we had a snow and we've had a thaw. It's like 0 degrees right now, and the water's just pouring off, and you know, you don't want all that water just sitting against your foundation. So this one's easy. We're gonna slope it to the back side of the building here, and do a runoff, probably do an extension out towards the garage in the back. So that side will be nice and easy. Just one piece. And the front side is going to be a little different. So it starts off the same, but we got this staircase. And if we look, they put the, it's a 6x6. So the main 6x6 support halfway down is actually right against the fascia. So we're going to have to do 2 pieces of trough here. Not a huge deal. I'm going to measure, because even beside the staircase right here, we might not be able to get a piece behind. So you might have to do a little custom piece just behind, some aluminum that'll deflect the water and bring it back into the trough. So me and Corey can figure something out for that. And yeah, but mainly it's against this doorway. I mean, right there, water's just coming down the roof. That's going to be a huge ice pile. It probably is right now. Let's go check it out. Yeah, it's definitely wet. Definitely wet and icy. So we'll take care of this issue right away so nobody has any slips and falls. All right, I'm going to knock on the door just to let them know I'm here, and then I'll show you guys how we're going to measure for this. All right, just let the tenants know that I was here doing some measuring. Something I always do when I go to a job is knock on the door, just introduce yourself. You know, it gives people a peace of mind, and they're usually happy you're there because you're fixing something. But just something to get in the habit too. If you don't, I don't recommend just showing up and throwing your ladder up on a house or pulling out your tape. And definitely having some branded gear with whoever you work for, if it's your own company, makes you look a lot more professional, presentable, and people kind of get why you're there when it says roofing or exterior on your jacket and toque. I think I'm digging the red over the orange. I don't know if we're gonna change colors. This is pretty sweet. I gotta see it towards the logo. What do you guys think, red or orange? I don't know. I gotta say orange because I'm Dutch. So I mean, just how it is. Maybe we'll go a darker shade of orange so it gets closer to red. Anyways, that's my little rant. Yeah, say hi to the homeowner or the tenant, let them know you're there, and then go about your business. So our first issue we're gonna run into is look how tight that railing is. So we got 2 inches. We got a 2-inch space right here. And then back more. Where is it? So right here we have about 4 inches. So we're definitely gonna have to do a custom just aluminum piece, like our own eavestrough basically, and then we'll tie it in right here where we can do a standard piece of trough and go all the way down. And same thing, we'll eject the water out the back. So we're gonna have to do a downspout at the door. Because we can only do a piece, right here up to that 6x6. So I guess we're gonna have to go down and out and then back around, and then we'll carry on the rest. Okay, on to measuring. How to measure for eaves trough. Well, 100-foot tape, definitely recommended, or a wheel if you like using a wheel. And I'll come to the side of the house where we're gonna start, find something to hook it off to. I'm not as fancy as my friend Brian and have a screwdriver taped on the end. But as soon as this lets go, that's what I'm gonna do the next time. Until that happens, it's a great tip, man. Taping a screwdriver to the end of that tape so you can jam it in the ground. I love it. Okay, so all right, so I'm reading about 32 feet, and I always add an extra foot doing trough. And also we're measuring the end of the shingle line. Sometimes your shingles might overhang an inch or two, so you got to calculate in for that. You want your trough to go past the shingles 1 or 2 inches so that it catches all the water that's coming down. We have a repair to go do on a trough that was put up too short, and just even the dew in the morning is allowing a whole bunch of water to pool on someone's nice brand new concrete walkway, and they're not too excited about it. So we're gonna go put a little deflector in for them and hopefully stop that. But you always want to bring your trough past your shingles right about there. Anyways, my tape measure held really well on the edge. I'm gonna try that screwdriver trick in the future. Go around the back side. This is a great job too, because there's no elbows, or sorry, there's no corners. Nothing in the way on this side. So here's where your screwdriver, Brian, would come in super handy. Thankfully, I've got a couple wires. So what I'll do sometimes is just clip the end into a piece of flashing or a piece of trim on some siding, and usually holds nice and stiff. Hook it in like that. We're gonna pull it out. And that's right along, exactly where I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna come to the end. 31. Okay, 32 feet as well. So I wasn't sure if there was a small kick out on this or anything, but both sides are the same. Front side is gonna need some extra work with that little addition piece, trying to tuck it behind the posts and that awesome walkway they got built. Whoever did it did a really nice job, I'll have to admit that. So that's the basics of measuring for an eaves trough. It's extremely simple. Always add 1 foot. And then the next thing you want to do is plan where your downspouts are going to be. Normally you need 3 elbows per, I always say downspout, downpipe. I know you guys hate me for that. Where the downpipes are going to be, you want roughly 3 elbows, 2 straps, bunch of soffit screws. You know, you don't need too many different materials to put up a nice easy piece like this. I saw one more entranceway where there was no eaves trough, so we're just gonna quickly walk around to the front there. It's really important if you do own rental properties, or if you're a tenant, that you have an eaves trough over top of your door where you go. Southern Ontario, our winters go from, you know, minus 30 to plus 5, so we get all the crazy ice buildups. We get them just as bad, I would say, as anywhere else. And so we're gonna check out this little front section. It's a big flat roof on top, but we got a little piece here. So this tiny guy here, definitely gonna recommend it. All right, we have the house all measured up, 32 feet per side, a little 5-foot section on the front, and can't stress how important eaves troughs and proper downpipe and drainage is for your entire house. If you constantly have water like this house does, dripping off, saturating the ground by your foundation, and then eventually it's going to work its way in, especially on an older building. So we don't want that. We want this building to last. We don't want damage in the basement. We're going to help out as best we can. It's going to be a really cool, funky install, so I'll make sure to get a video of that up when we get here in the next couple weeks. We're going to have to do a couple custom trough bends to link up into our standard trough. So we'll see how we're going to figure that out. I don't even have that in my head right now. We'll kind of do it as we go. And other than that, it's going to be other than that, it'll be a pretty sweet job. So we'll go over a little bit of trough install when we get here. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe and hit that like button. It helps out YouTube, helps out me and all the other roofing channels out there when we get a nice community going. And we will see you next time.